This dog learned how to run on just her 2 front legs, and her determination will leave you in awe. Follow today's story on Pets in Love to find out more. Brittany and Nate had always dreamed of adopting a dog, but life had a way of complicating their plans. They were a busy couple, both working full-time jobs, traveling frequently, and navigating the everyday challenges that come with being in a committed relationship. They talked about adopting a dog one day, when they had the time to give it the attention and care it deserved. But as time passed, that day seemed to keep getting pushed further into the future. Then, one afternoon, Brittany stumbled across a post online about a dog named Dixie. She couldn't believe her eyes when she saw her picture. Dixie wasn't like any dog Brittany had ever seen. She had only 2 legs. Her condition was the result of a birth defect that left her with undeveloped limbs, and the image of her small, determined face made Brittany's heart ache. She knew that she had to help this dog, and she quickly showed the post to Nate. Without hesitation, Nate agreed to meet Dixie. They both knew this was no ordinary adoption. This dog, with her unique condition, would need a lot of special care and love. But Brittany and Nate also knew that this wasn't just about adopting a pet. It was about giving a dog like Dixie a chance at life, one filled with freedom, love, and joy. After reaching out to the rescue organization, Brittany and Nate made plans to meet Dixie. Dixie's past was one of hardship. She had been born with undeveloped limbs, and as a result, she dragged her legs around for most of her life. Though she didn't feel pain from the condition, the dragging caused severe wounds and eventually led to bone infections. Despite the physical challenges, Dixie's spirit remained intact. She had a unique ability to find joy in the smallest moments. Her smile was infectious, and her happiness seemed unbreakable. When Brittany and Nate met Dixie, they were immediately struck by how sweet and joyful she was. She may not have had 4 legs like most dogs, but her determination and warmth made up for it. It was clear that this little dog, despite her disability, had a deep love for life. However, adopting Dixie wasn't going to be easy. Brittany and Nate understood that bringing her into their lives meant making changes and adjustments they hadn't expected. They were ready to face the challenge, and the moment they brought her home, they knew their lives would never be the same. At first, life with Dixie was a series of challenges. Brittany and Nate wanted to help her feel comfortable, but they quickly realized that many of the solutions they'd hoped would work weren't the right fit for her. They tried hydrotherapy as a way to ease Dixie's discomfort and help her build strength. The hope was that the water would allow her to exercise without putting too much pressure on her wounds. But as soon as they put her in the water, they could see that Dixie hated it. She didn't want to be in the water, and the experience seemed to only stress her out more. After several sessions, Brittany and Nate decided to stop the hydrotherapy. They learned that, no matter how hard they tried, it was Dixie's happiness that mattered most. Next, they tried a wheelchair designed for dogs with disabilities. The wheelchair gave her the ability to move around without dragging her legs, but again, Dixie wasn't thrilled about it. She used it reluctantly, but it was clear that it wasn't the solution she wanted. She didn't seem to enjoy the feeling of being in a contraption that constrained her movement. What she wanted more than anything was freedom, the ability to run and move around on her own terms. Brittany and Nate faced a dilemma. They wanted to make sure Dixie was comfortable and had the freedom she deserved, but nothing they tried seemed to make her completely happy. They realized that what Dixie needed wasn't something physical. It was emotional support. It was time for them to let go of their expectations and allow Dixie to find her own way. As time went on, Dixie's condition became more complicated. The infections in her bones worsened, and Brittany knew that they needed to take action before the situation became dire. After careful consideration, Brittany decided that surgery was the only option. Removing the infected limbs would give Dixie a chance at a healthier and happier life, free from the constant struggle of dealing with the dead weight of her legs. The decision wasn't easy. Brittany felt torn, knowing how risky the surgery would be, but she also knew it was the right thing to do for Dixie's long-term health.
What are you doing?
Nate stood by her side, supporting her every step of the way. They were both anxious and worried about what would happen, but they were also hopeful that the surgery would give their dog a better chance at living a full and happy life. When Dixie came out of surgery, Brittany and Nate were relieved to learn that the procedure had been a success. The surgeons had removed her infected limbs, and Dixie was now free from the constant pain that had plagued her for so long. But the real journey was just beginning. Dixie had to learn how to live without the limbs that had been a part of her for so long. The first few days after the surgery were difficult. Dixie was understandably confused and a little frightened by her new body.
That's a good girl, Dixie.
But even in those early moments, there was something remarkable about her resilience. Brittany and Nate provided her with the care and comfort she needed, and gradually, Dixie began to adjust. It didn't take long for Dixie to show her true colors. One of the most incredible moments was when Dixie learned how to hop up a step. At first, she struggled. She wobbled and lost her balance a few times, but she was determined. Brittany and Nate watched in awe as Dixie gave it everything she had. It was a slow process, but finally, she did it. She hopped up the step all on her own, no help from anyone. Brittany was overcome with pride as she saw the joy in Dixie's eyes. Dixie had accomplished this huge milestone all by herself. That moment changed everything for both Brittany and Nate. It was no longer about helping Dixie do things. She was learning to do things on her own. Her independence was blossoming, and it was a proud moment for her owners. The surgery had given her the chance to live a more independent life,
What are you doing?
and she was determined to make the most of it. As Dixie continued to recover, her confidence grew. She no longer needed the wheelchair, and she was more mobile than ever. She could hop upstairs, race around the yard, and even play with Brittany and Nate. Every time they saw her running with that big smile on her face, they felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude. Dixie was finally free.
You gonna play with her?
Free from the pain of her old life, free from the limitations of her condition, and free to be the joyful, independent dog she was always meant to be. Brittany and Nate felt a weight lift off their shoulders. They knew they had made the right decision by adopting Dixie and going through with the surgery. It had been a long and difficult road, but seeing Dixie so happy and full of life was more than they could have ever hoped for. Watching her run and play without any restrictions made all the challenges worth it. Reflecting on their journey, Brittany and Nate realized that adopting Dixie had taught them more than they ever imagined. They had learned about resilience, love, and the importance of allowing someone to be free. Free to live life on their own terms. Dixie, the little dog with 2 legs, had shown them what it truly meant to overcome adversity with grace and joy. Now, every time they watch Dixie run through the yard with her big smile, Brittany and Nate are reminded of how lucky they are. Dixie had taught them to never give up, no matter the odds, and to always find joy in the simplest moments. She may have only had 2 legs, but she had a heart that was as big as any dog's, and that was more than enough. As Dixie runs across the yard, her little legs moving with purpose, Brittany and Nate smile. They gave her the chance to be free, and in return, she had shown them what true freedom and happiness really looked like. This story is a powerful reminder that no animal should have to face life alone, burdened by their challenges. With love, care, and determination, we can help transform lives, just like we did for Dixie. Now it's your turn to be a part of this journey. Share Dixie's story to inspire others, support local shelters, and promote adoption. Every share can help spread the message of hope for another animal in need. Because out there, just like Dixie once was, many more are still waiting for their second chance. Be their voice, be their hope. Together, we can create more miracles, just like we did for Dixie. Thank you for your kindness and for caring. Don't forget to follow and support us for more uplifting rescue stories. See you in the next heartwarming rescue journey.
Did she lock you in there? She got you stuck, huh? How you gonna get out? Better figure it out, Dixie. Oh, there you go. You got away. You got away. You can do it. You could do it.